Hi everybody, this is Boogas Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze Keno and Foot Soldier 2-pack. Now I know I'm really late to the party with this 2-pack, but my Walmart just got this in, and I had to review it now that I finally have it in hand. So before we take a look at the Foot Soldier, let's go ahead and take a look at Keno and his accessories. So first up you get this punching bag, and this looks really nice. It actually has some real chain attached to the top right here and a real metal wire on this plastic base. And this actually has some really good sculpt detail to it. You can see the sculpted stitch work right there, the wrinkles in the bag, some black wash over top of the top right here, and a bit of a black wash over top of the bag itself. That looks really good. Neca did a very good job on this. This is a really heavy accessory though. I would have preferred for it to be a hollow material. That way there wouldn't be so much weight up here. Because these, I think they're just really thin plastic holding the chain there. So this actually does have some weight to it. I do think it should have been hollow, that way you wouldn't have so much weight up here, because these could snap if you're not too careful. I also feel like the chain is twisted up here. I feel like this one chain link right here kind of throws it off and twists it a little bit. But other than that, it does look really nice. And I'm also wondering, what is teases? I'm sure that's a bit of trivia from behind the scenes. Neca usually does little Easter eggs like that. So yeah, if anyone knows what teases is, let me know. Up next, he comes with his boxing gloves. And these look very nice, and it's actually two separate pieces. When you pop the hand off, these cuffs also pop off. I really thought they were one piece. Neca did a really good job at sculpting those because it really looks like one piece. Up next, he comes with accessory holding hands. Up next, he comes with these bells from the mannequin from that scene in Secret of the Ooze. I think this is a very awesome accessory that Neca made. The fact that they made this pile of bells is very awesome. It's painted and sculpted very nicely. I just wish he would have had flat open hands, that way he could hold these a little bit better. You kind of just have to rest them on his accessory holding hands to get them to look right. Up next, he comes with these batons, and I'm pretty sure we've seen these used before on the previous Foot Soldiers, and the Foot Soldier also comes with open hands, so if you want to give him the batons, you can. And finally, he comes with this alternate, more intense looking head sculpt, and this is a fantastic likeness of Ernie Reyes Jr. The sculpt of the hair looks really nice, all of the details that are printed on there. This is just a phenomenal likeness. Neca did such an awesome job on this head sculpt. And even this regular head sculpt looks really good. Neca just did a phenomenal job at capturing his likeness. Both head sculpts look very nice. And if you want, you can actually switch out the head sculpts on the pizza delivery Keno if you want. So yeah, all the head sculpts are compatible, which I hope they would be. I think it's very nice that you get multiple display options for both Keno figures, since you can switch all the head sculpts out with each other. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of Keno. So taking a look at the rest of the Keno figure, the tank top looks very nice. I love the little pattern on it. That is done very well. I did rewatch the scene and turn the brightness up, and I couldn't quite make out the patterns on the shirt, but Neca always does an insane amount of research when they're making their figures, so I'm sure this is very accurate. But that looks very nice. The muscles on the figure look really good. His skin has a bit of a gloss coating to it, making him look sweaty, and I think that looks really good. It looks like he's really training. That looks very nice. I was afraid that this figure's articulation would be limited because of this tank top right here, because it feels a little stiff right here, but if you look underneath his shirt, you can see that there's not actually anything sculpted on this lower joint down here. It's almost literally a ball joint. So he gets some really good articulation there because there's actually nothing sculpted right there. So I think that was a very wise choice on Neca's part to sculpt it the way they did, because you can get some great articulation out of there even with this tank top overlay piece. The pants also look good. They have a very subtle texturing to them, and all the wrinkles look very nice. You get his, I don't know if you'd consider them sparring shoes or what you call them, but they look really nice. And they actually sculpted his feet on the bottom right here. Neca always goes above and beyond on the detailing on these figures. They could have easily just left this plain, but they didn't. They actually sculpted his toes and everything down here. So that is very cool. So now let's go ahead and go over his articulation. He has a ball jointed head that can only look up that far. His hair does hinder it a little bit. He can look down all the way and move his head side to side. He has shoulders that can only move out that far. I do wish they could move out a little more. He has single jointed elbows that can bend in that far, a swiveled wrist that can move side to side and up and down, a ball jointed diaphragm and waist that when combined, he can actually crunch forward all the way. That is very nice. He can crunch back just about all the way. He can move around, but it's a little squeaky because the overlay piece is rubbing on the pants right there. He can move side to side. He has ball jointed hips that can do a complete split. He can kick forward all the way. He can kick back very far. He has a very nice thigh swivel, double jointed knees that can bend back that far, and ankles that can move down all the way, up all the way, and a very nice ankle rocker. So now let's go ahead and look at the foot soldier and his accessories. So first up, the foot soldier comes with a set of open hands. Up next, he comes with a canister of TGRI, and we've seen this used numerous times in the movie line. Up next, he comes with accessory holding hands, but as I said, no accessories unless you give him Keno's batons there. But if you have any of the previous foot soldiers, you should have plenty of weapons to give him. And finally, he comes with a set of fisted hands. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the head sculpt. So we do get a brand new head sculpt for this foot soldier. We get a different mask, and this mask looks very elongated. It almost looks like an alien, but it does look very nice. I like how you can actually make out the wrinkles for where his mouth is underneath the mask right there in the cheeks. Even the wrinkles right here around the ears, that looks really good. You also get a swivel back here at the bandana. I think that's very nice. You do get a brand new torso piece because this one has a bit of a dad bod. I do feel represented with this body type of the foot soldier, and it looks really good. You get some excellent texturing, just like with all the other foot soldiers, and you get some nice blue paint over top of it there, bringing the details out very nicely. This foot soldier is just a little bit taller because of the new torso piece. You also get a new belt piece. You can see the tassels are different, but the legs are exactly the same as far as I can tell. You can see that the wrinkles are in the same area, and the arms are the same. As I said, the only thing that's actually different is this new torso piece, which adds a little bit of height to him, and the head sculpt. So if you have any of the other foot soldiers, then you pretty much know what to expect with this. But I still think it's very nice. With both of the foot soldier 2-packs and this one, I'm up to 5 foot soldiers. I do think that's enough, but I do think I have a really nice little army going on of foot soldiers. So now let's go ahead and go over his articulation. So as I said, you get the swivel back here at the bandana that swivels all the way around. He has a ball jointed head and neck that can barely move up at all. It can barely move down. The side to side feels very hindered too. It's just very stiff. I might have to heat this up and pop it apart and trim the ball pegs down a little bit. That usually frees up some of the articulation. He has shoulders that can only move out that far. Double jointed elbows that only move in that far. I do wish they could move in just a little bit more. He has a swiveled wrist that can move side to side and up and down very slightly. These feel very brittle. He has a ball jointed waist that can move up and down very slightly, side to side very slightly, and around just a little bit. He has hips that can only move out that far. He has the old style of hips that Neca used to use, since he does reuse the legs from the old one. He can kick forward just a little bit. He can kick back just a little bit. He has a nice thigh swivel, but it's a very noisy joint. He has double jointed knees that can bend back all the way, and swivel ankles that can move down just a little bit, up all the way, and a nice ankle rocker. So now, let's do some size comparisons. So first up, here they are next to the previous Keno, the San Diego Comic-Con Keno. I think that was from last year, and the regular foot soldier. Here they are next to Professor Perry and Shredder. Here they are next to Leo and Donnie. And finally, here they are next to Mikey and Raph. So overall, if you can find this pack at Walmart, then I would highly recommend picking it up because Neca did a fantastic job on this. This is just a really fun set. And this actually completes my movie collection. Now I have every Neca movie Ninja Turtle, save for Spirit of Splinter. But yeah, I'm really happy that I picked this up because it is a very awesome set. The accessories are really fun, the likeness is great, and I have another foot soldier to go in my little foot army. So yeah, I would highly recommend picking this up if you can find one. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.